Yeah. No,
It's already set up.
in history of ever been able
Yeah,
to
so.
go.
It's Kingpin stuff.
Yes. And if no politician can do it, the government could have been got around. Because the people been complaining too long.
In the open too?
Yes.
In the open. She's not even trying to lie. It's like,
They said they want the black people only, and the white people forced the black people to kill the UFOs and was killing the ones that tried to run away. And after that, they said, now we finally get peace on earth. I'm like,
what movie was that?
Oh man, you gotta get on them lessons with us.
that's what's next.
Oh, what's the name? That's the name of the movie?
No, it's a black movie. It's a black movie, but it's about black people that basically. Let me show you.
Why would it be peaceful when white people have always been like aggressive?
Wait.
Even to the
Right. But they put a whole spin on it with this movie. They put a whole spin on it like it's us.
Or tribalism, or
Why you doing that?
eye color thing or something.
Hold on, let's be on live. We're live. Let's open up real quick.
Yeah,
go ahead.
All right, so we're doing a live lesson inside Salakia because I'm under the weather. That's why we're doing a live lesson.
Everybody was sick, except for a couple of.
We're under the weather.
Yeah.
So it's saying out of the weather.
They've been spraying that shit in the air.
The stuff that they gave us strikes for. Something about the fall.
We'll be back outside next week. So Salakia, we in the studio this time because I'm under the weather. So
studio time.
Yeah, so, of course, we are the Grand Rapids Camp, Hebrew Israelites, teaching that the people on this side, Negro, Indians, Latinos, are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. No, we're not FBAs. No, we're not Latinos. No, we're not Caribbeans, all that other bullshit that you jakes call yourself. We're the Israelites from our respective tribes. And that's one thing that you jakes got to get in your mind, man. Stop calling yourselves all these other terms and stuff, because really they are CIA terms. And understand who you really are. I was watching the brother Malcolm's video, and he was talking about, blacks and all that other stuff. When you have certain words, Google Correct will automatically, you got certain pronouns, Google Correct will automatically capitalize the first letter. But when you call yourself black, Google Correct don't automatically capitalize the letter B in black, because it's a non-people. It's not something that exists, Right. So we ain't black.
Just a label they gave us.
Yeah, that's all it is. We ain't black. Yeah, we ain't black. We the Israelites from our respective tribes.
North and Southern.
Right, the Northern and Southern Kingdom. So, and we're gonna get into a couple different topics and shit. So
start yelling at them. We are
right. We the Hebrewites, dog.
And as far as what the tribes go and these deportations, because DJ Trump is in office, this eventually is going to lead to the elect of the other tribes, basically coming together with the Southern Kingdom, and Most High, Yahweh Shai, closing the breaches between the tribes off. It's Isaiah 11. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, "And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse," which is talking about the lineage of King David, "which shall stand for an ensign of the people, to which shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious." Yeah, and pretty much like, Salaki, I'm thrown off right now. I'm going to read that one more time. It says, "And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, the lineage of King David, linking down to Yahweh Shai, which shall stand for an ensign of the people." Hey, we doing that ensign right now with the one stick for the tribes to come in.
Yeah, like that song. What's that? Stick, 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 stick. I got a stick, stick. All right.
One stick, yeah. Right. And it shall come, and it shall to it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. Because whenever we out there, we always got the one stick, which represent you tribes for so-called Negro, Latino, Native descents, who are the real tribes of the Israelites. Right. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time, to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. All right, so this second time, during this second dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth, the Most High is going to recover the remnant of his people throughout the four corners of the earth. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, which is another scripture proving that salvation is only for the Israelites. As far as them dwelling in these other foreign lands and nations, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Judah being the top three tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which comprises of the Southern Kingdom. That's why Judah is, being lifted up first, as far as through the Spirit bringing out this word. But you also going to see the Latin tribes, once they finally get knocked over the head a few times spiritually, to get it together. Right. It says, "The envy also of Ephraim shall depart," because right now it's like, nobody wants to acknowledge Judah, being that tribe right now. Yeah, yeah, we'll just say it raw like that, The envy also of Ephraim, Ephraim being the head of the northern kingdom, shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. You know, I was just going over with the brothers that, you know, it was a Jake that got into it with some Mexican with the Latin tribes at his school. They was beating on him, trying to jump him, and then he ended up taking out a knife and stabbing a few of them. And you know they're gonna charge him because he used the knife in a school fight or whatnot. But you know all of that is gonna be cut off. So, and to you Latin tribes that actually are going to take heed, you know, y'all gonna actually realize that, you know, y'all of the house, y'all comprise of the house of Israel, which does include the so-called Negroes, whether you like it or can accept it or not. The Lord is gonna humble your spirit to accept it. Right. Right. It says, Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Okay, so at the end of the day, that's a prophecy that will be fulfilled.
God, it's coming soon, even through this site out there. Esau is doing right now, trying to separate tribes. There's one thing about Esau. Esau has been paying attention to the point that they understand that the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom have been getting too close for comfort for them to like. You know, they've been seeing that the two kingdoms, the two witnesses have been coming together. Yeah, I'm using it. I put it up closer so it can be closer to the camera so people can see it. Yeah, that's why I put it up. Why y'all putting it back?
You said that you got to bring it aside.
Yeah, I thought you put it up on that side. Yeah. No, I just put it up just so they can see it. But you can pull it back though. It don't matter. I mean, you fine.
Well,
yeah, you just leave right. Yeah, just leave right there. As long as I can see y'all. Can you see the phone? Yeah, I can see, brother. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a thing going around. You know, what was Trump's statement? The 14th Amendment was for FBAs. That was Trump's statement, and you know, you niggas out there is happy about it. Like, oh, we finally being acknowledged by Esau and by white people. Like, no, man.
Well, when that's gone,
by sleazy. Right.
What's there to say that you guys are citizens now?
Right. Yeah, man.
Because they have it like in written law in Latin that white people are still citizens. What about us? Are we still considered citizens?
Right. No, we still on the book. We still 3/5 of a man. Right. Your citizenship does not declare.
Still on the book.
Yeah. Your citizenship does not declare your nationality. Right. First of all. So when they ask the person what they are, like an Edomite, they say I'm American. Nigga, that's not a nationality. Right. That's a citizenship. Yeah. You can be a citizen of China, motherfucker.
Okay. It's like Paul was a citizen of
Rome.
He was a Benjamin.
Exactly.
Are you Mexican if you're Chinese born in Mexico?
Right. Exactly. They'll remind you. Don't worry, the locals will remind your ass that who the fuck you are. Yeah. I don't care where you at. One of the more accepting places might be goddamn somewhere with Judah, because if you show you cool enough, they'll fuck with you a little bit, but they'll still accept you in, you know.
Like Ruth the Moabitess.
Yeah. Yeah, like, hey, you know how to act right. Yeah, that's how y'all took advantage of the tribe and shit. By our kindness. Who was that wrote that book? I forgot the name of it. It was basically a dude. He went around, Edomite, you know, journalist. He went around with some Native American tribe, and he was just describing how they must be the people of God. And in his journals, how he was just seeing things that we did, the ceremonies that we kept, feasts that we kept. He determined that we must be the people of God.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the title of it was called Nation of God.
Really?
Yeah, and they also had that wicked star on
Yeah, kind of. And it's like
got a lot of good information.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and you know, when it comes down to it, we are the Lord's people because of the customs that we have and the different laws that we are still adjoined to live by. If you don't believe me, go ahead and just go out there and let's say Esau goes and they eat like white people, they can have the Atkins diet, right? Or they just eat meat. Is that the yeah. Jake is the way and drink milk.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers that get stronger off of that.
Yes, they ain't get in shape off of it.
Yes, be ripped. But let Jake do
You
that.
come with that tribe?
No,
no,
Esau
Esau.
diet.
Atkins
No.
diet, just
Esau can eat these
There's some,
diets,
okay,
but
there's
they can't.
something, but there's some Africans that just eat raw hunting and they get killed.
But we can do
I
that.
believe
They
that,
can
yeah.
run for days.
See,
Yeah,
they can eat that because what honey and butter. That's one of the things that we can do.
Right.
But if we eat just meat, because I tried it, I was getting sick all the time. Like hell no.
Yeah, you got
get made for that.
melanin. Just the difference of having melanin and not having melanin. Because if you don't have melanin, you are sulfur, right? And the only ones that are without that melanin, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Every other nation has a rating scale of how much melanin they have in their skin. Even Chinese and Japanese and the Asians in general have a small amount of melanin in their skin. That's why it's yellow. Okay, even when it's pale, they still have uh, melanin in their small amount of melanin in their skin and melanin in their eyes, and they can't eat like that either. Like they can eat certain other things that we can, like squid, all of these crustaceans, and nothing happened to them, and they not have high blood pressure.
Right.
But when we eat that type of shit, we can't get away with that.
Yeah, you're right. It's lucky, brother. You're right about that because I just watched a video like a few days ago. I didn't know there's such thing as a meat salad. I'm talking about it's like 10 different meats, all in one salad, man. Like it's not even a salad. They call it a meat salad. It's just like 10 different meats all mixed up together.
Usually, you ain't even like the meats, because 4 of them is pork.
Right, because it had bacon, sausage, brisk, hamburger,
that's an Edomite salad.
all types of just different meats.
Yeah, that's an Edomite salad.
Then I'm talking about they was putting they had squirrel meat in there, deer meat, alligator meat.
That's even special.
Just like 10 different meat.
Being a riotous eater of flesh or riotous eater of meat.
You know what? They have that on I used to watch this funny ass cartoons. It'll come on like the cartoon networks. Like they have Adventure Time and they had what's that shit called? Regular show. And these motherfuckers was busting their ass to try to get to this Aztec, theme, the burrito place or food, fast food place. And these niggas came out with something called the everything burrito. And these motherfuckers, Mordecai and Rigby, was trying to bust their ass over there because they didn't have a car to go through the drive-thru. They wanted a burrito that had every meat on it in the world. This nigga said, I could taste a giraffe and you could, like in the commercial, this nigga he took a bite out this big ass burrito and was like, talking about how you could just taste all these. Giraffe is, mind you, giraffe is actually a legal food that we can eat according to our law statutes and commandments. You can eat a giraffe. Yeah, split hoof. Yep, and it eats other cut. So you know what I'm saying. But so don't be talking about niggas eating giraffes. That's actually better than nigga you eating them Vienna sausages.
Dude, they talk shit about the pork eaters. Talk shit about people that eat deer.
That's another good
People
way.
that eat deer.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
righteous
those kind of
meats.
animals for a long time, and still there's no law against it.
Yeah, you got niggas that talking about that they can't fuck their own land.
Right.
Or deer.
People like deer. You can eat deer. Deer is not.
Yeah, but they want a lot of people don't like because what it is when some people make their meats, they make it where you can still taste the venison in it. When it comes to deer meat, it tastes real venison. It almost tastes like you can taste the saltiness of the blood and all that shit still in it. You know, that's why it tastes venison. And so
Yeah,
you know,
it's gamey because
game.
I learned in see anime.
Gamey.
Look, he was like they killed a boar and they tried to just char the meat and it didn't taste good. What the fuck? You know, like I mean, it's abominable food, but it taught me something. He was like, no, my world, this is how we would cook it. Took the meat, you know what I'm talking about. All right. He took the meat, he soaked it in water for an hour because since it's gamey and the diet is different, you have to let the water, some of the blood drain out of the meat in the water. And then you roast it, you know what I'm saying, above a fire, not too close because it has oils in it, gamey meat. So you have to, you know, cook it over the fire, but you know what I'm saying, not so close, okay? And you have to prepare it a certain way, right? And so my point in saying that is, you know, the way everything is set up, it has a certain way that it's supposed to be dealt with. And the way we dealt with as a nation, we can't do all of these other things that other nations do. Okay, we can't eat the same diet, we can't walk the same way. This is how you know who we are according to the Bible.
Yeah, that's like when Dr. Sebi was explaining when he first went over to Mexico, and he said he ran into a Latino that was telling he was like almost blind. He wasn't all the way blind, but he was going blind. And he talked to a Latino, and the Latino asked him, "How do you heal yourself?" And he said he really didn't know. And Latino had a book, a herb book. And he said this is how black people heal themselves through herbs. And that's how, you know, he healed himself. He healed himself from blindness and everything. That's how he found out that it's all based on mucus. Every sickness in the world is based on mucus.
It gets on the cells. And then what it is viruses and bacteria that are able to hide behind it, especially behind the candida, and mask itself. You know, your T cells or your white blood cells, if you like, niggas go. You know what I'm saying? They'll pop out when they want to.
Yeah, I learned something from him, Dr. Sabi, like when he said when he healed his the blindness and he was healing people blindness, you would think it's got something to do with something in the back of the eyes. But it had absolutely nothing to do with that. He healed it through the stomach. He said it was the mucus that's in the stomach. And you kill that in the stomach and then your eyesight will come back. And that's what happened.
Because life and death began in the gut. What is when you take a look at your intestinal tract and your stomach sitting on top of it, it just looks like your brain spread out, right? Because that stomach kind of looked like, you know, dula oblongata cut in half, you know what I'm saying? Which is in the back of your brain. And then the intestinal tract looks like the brain linkage, you know what I'm saying? So it just looks like that's your second brain. They'll really call it your first brain in herbology. All right, because when those things hit your stomach, go through your intestinal system, all of those nutrients go to your bloodstream, your brain. You know what I'm saying? But tribes are getting pushed back together. All right, this is Deuteronomy 33 and 17. It says, his glory is like the firstling of his bullet. His horns are like the horns of unicorn. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth. And they are the 10,000 of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. Right, the Most High is using this word to push all these tribes together. And I'll tell you something. Manasseh and Ephraim, for them to be brothers, you know, don't get them mixed up. I call them even Issachar. Don't get them mixed up. Don't call a Puerto Rican a Mexican or a Mexican a Dominican. They get very offended. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just an honest mistake. All right, because it's a constant competition. But the Heavenly Father is pushing us back together again, even amongst the northern tribes and even amongst the southern tribes. Like what the brother was talking about
how they using this psyop bullshit with this FDA, right? To it's bringing shatters between, even though it does make sense because once again Judah's raised up first, but Judah amongst the southern tribe, because they often call the southern tribe Judah as well, right? Which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Now they're using that to bring splinters amongst each other. It's kind of like how how the Israelites that lived in Jerusalem had a problem with the Gentile, the Israelite Gentiles that were like Grecians and that were Greeks and shit like that, Grecians, or just any Israelites that didn't grow up knowing that they are Israelite. You know what I'm saying? That had to be converts. It's kind of the same way. It's the same spirits coming back doing it the same fucking way. All right. And what they love doing is using these psyops to splinter and break brothers apart in the midst of not realizing that their enemy is preparing for war right before their eyes, man. All right, they're ready. Esau's not. I did a lesson earlier today, and basically, it was about this technology and how Esau's ready to move, man. Don't get it twisted. All of these other years ago and shit, all that was like, all right, he's in the midst of getting ready. But now this devil is ready. You know what I'm saying? He has all his shit in a row. And all they're doing now is simultaneously activating. Like, look what happened. What is this? A flight coming to fly out of Washington on his way to Kansas City, crashes into a fucking Black Hawk helicopter, which they also just did. Lockheed Martin just did a big ass show showing how they can remotely control Black Hawk helicopters without having to have a human pilot. Right? If you see the video, they didn't even attempt to fly out of the way of the fucking. Nobody was on that helicopter. Okay.
Like suicide or
They just killed. They killed it on the plane.
No, everybody died on the plane.
Yeah,
And no survivors.
And there was also
there's somebody on the plane that had just invented a cure to cancer.
Yeah, it was like
Like one of those kind of people that do something.
He was a tech mogul. He was some kind of tech cat because the rest of them were figure skater team.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody from the figure skater team, his dog was too big to get on the plane. Mm-hmm. So he couldn't go on the plane. Mm-hmm. Final destination type shit. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of the
tires are tired.
Oh man, shit. The hell yeah. No, that was the Leah situation.
So I know this probably past, but just how you was going into how they're supposed to follow the dietary laws that the Most High gave us, so that way we can be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
This is Ecclesiasticus 38:15. It says, "He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician."
Mm.
And a physician is somebody who basically helps heal the body. So if you're going off, eating a meat salad, pork and shrimp and all of these
mystery meat.
Yeah, mystery.
Take again.
Everything burritos and shit.
All right. You're gonna fall into sickness.
Right. Tell them, so the cats, dogs, and all that can be.
I forgot about it.
Yeah. Motherfuckers, they don't mind eating up some dog and shit. They have some sauce. They got some kind of, they call it bulgogi. You got bulgogi and you got wugogi. Bulgogi is beef, if I'm not mistaken. Bulgogi is dog. It's Korean. You know what I'm saying? My boy's wife is Korean.
So yeah, I'm gonna start at Ecclesiasticus 38. It says, "Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have with him, for the Lord has created."
God, the Heavenly Father created a position for that time.
So I can see he was, would be considered a physician because he healed body for herbs and fasting.
Right. And his son, Victor Coleman, I believe out of all his children is the one that has officially taken up that mantle. He is his youngest son, and that young man grew up around him. He's one of the only ones that really grew up around him like that, all the way up till he was like 17 and killed from this shit, right? I going through the US, he got this shit popping in the US now, but all the rest of the kids outside of my aunt, his first wife, yeah, they hold it down. But the ones that have Busher Village, they're going through something, and basically, she's basically down with the money. You know what I'm saying? They took it from the name. They switched up certain things, and so it's not connected to like it was when he grew up on Busher Village. You know what I'm saying? Like his father built that up. But anyway, um, go ahead.
Okay. Second verse is in Ecclesiastes 38. It says, "For the Most High cometh, for of the Most High cometh healing." All right, so it's ultimately up to the Most High, who heals you.
If you can be
your
healed,
affliction.
right?
But you do have to, basically, put the right things in, put the herbs that He created,
Right.
so it can work with your immune system and everything else.
You gotta be in an alkaline state for them to work best. It's redundant. Just put it in your body and it remains in keep fueling the same amount of acid that you're trying to get out. You can't eat a cheeseburger and then go sit up and think that you can take these herbs and make you feel better. Because a cheeseburger in all actuality is nothing but fat and grease. You know what I'm saying? It tastes delicious, but that's your endorphins going off because of the way it tastes. But at the same time, the parasites in you are being fed, so they rejoice. That's why you have a craving for it, and that's why you get so much endorphins. That's how demonic those parasites are. They make you feel good when they get
And
fed.
a lot of times they want you to crave a starchy or sugary food.
Exactly. So you can still, these herbs cannot thrive in an acidic environment. And so if you don't change the way you eat, you don't fast, um, and I advise at least fast for 3 days when you start at the least of liquid fast, you know. It sounds tough, but I advise you 3 days while you're taking those herbs when you first start taking them, so they can go into your system and they clean your palate. You can go through autophagy and keep taking the herbs. And when you start eating again, you won't have as many cravings, man, because a lot of those parasites your body will eat off. They'll consume that shit. Yaki, y'all heard of Yaki? He was that brother that got the dreads, but he's
Yaki Awaken.
yeah, that brother's actually legit. He got his degree.
That is wise it will not abhor it.
Right. Yeah.
So if you want to basically heal your body, the Most High created the herbs of the field for you to heal your body, like certain fruits and vegetables, and getting all the micronutrients that your body needs. And it will be considered wise to decrease the amount of meat you eat, because meats are toxic.
10, 15 different meats. Meat salad.
This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 3. Be not desirous of dainties, for they are deceitful meat. So, hey, those things that taste all good, they ain't good for you, man. Especially the daintiest of the dainties.
Nah, man.
Sweets and carbs.
Nah, brother, you can't tell me that no chicken fries ain't good, brother. No, look at
yeah, of course they taste good.
Them chicken fries.
That's good. That's how you know there's a demon in that food.
Yeah, they taste good. Matter of fact,
Saw the demon.
most of the food in America's fast food restaurants taste excellent. You heard of burgers before. Esau got the patent on burgers, man. You go to McDonald's, hey, a burger ain't never tasted so good. Burger King, a Whopper is just the shit.
Right,
Wendy's.
Remember, there's a thin line between fries and shakes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you never tasted fries or shake,
they're good.
You'll be like, God damn. But those are those dainties, man. And yes, they will make you explode in weight. They taste awesome. You will want to have it every day. But if you ever watched that movie Super Size Me, where he ate McDonald's for 30 days straight, yes, he almost
died. I know the bodybuilder guy.
Right, he died later on.
That
yeah, he did die.
Kumar.
What's damn near died.
It's the bodybuilding dude. I forgot his name, but he's from California.
Cali Muscle.
No, not Cali Muscle. No, the other guy. They call him the Hulk, or not the Hulk. They call him Superman or something like that. It's a comic book character. Well, that's his nickname, Superman. But I forgot it's a big light skinned dude. TK or TC?
CT Fletcher.
CT Fletcher, that's his name. That man right there ate McDonald's. That man ate McDonald's for a month. And damn, it was in the hospital on his deathbed.
Well, he used to talk about how
he ate it every day, all day. What, 2 or 3 times a day?
A bunch of Big Macs and all. And he was a big ass dude.
Yeah, he was lifting. He was trying to gain weight to lift, to lift more weight, to gain weight, to lift weight. But he chose McDonald's and it almost killed him. He said he was in the hospital, like he was dead damn near. Yeah. From what he was explaining, he was dead. And
motherfucker. Yeah. I know. Nigga, you ain't gonna stop. You can't stop. I tell you to grow.
Right. That's TK Fletcher.
Talking to his body.
That's CT Fletcher or whatever.
Yeah.
CT Fletcher.
I tell you to grow.
Yeah.
Grow.
Yeah.
You gotta watch this food, man.
America is the king of deceitful dainties.
Yeah.
Because when you go to other places, most of their diet is natural diets. Like you go to China, most of their diets is fruits and vegetables. They'll cook some shit up, but they're using the natural ingredients and they'll make it taste good as fuck. You come to America with these deceitful meats and shit. I mean, they taste awesome, but they're not made by anything natural.
Right.
So it's all killing.
Sandwich with like 57 different ingredients.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, right. 75 different ingredients for one chicken sandwich. You go to Canada for the same chicken sandwich and it's chicken and bread, chicken and wheat or some shit like that.
I mean, really though, that's the secret. If you want to get healthy food, you're gonna have to order it from Canada.
Right.
Because right now,
get it from anywhere other than
I'm talking about all the way from a box of cereal to a fucking thing of rice.
That was another thing. We watched the difference between Fruit Loops in Canada and the Fruit Loops in America because they look totally different.
Yeah.
The difference is Canada actually uses real fruit juice ingredients in their Fruit Loops, so their Fruit Loops look different.
They look washed out.
And they only use a couple of ingredients. America, they got 20, 30 different ingredients to make it look
darker color, and it looks the color looks like popped up.
Different ingredients. The things that you really can't pronounce, or like what is this? Doing in food. Drugs. It's all just to basically break your body down and slowly kill you.
Right.
Stuff that they put in the food is under a different name that you don't know what it is, but it's like for another name, like something poisonous like wood
Right,
chip or
right.
some strange chemical that doesn't need to be in the food. That's supposed
Exactly.
to say preserve the food's shelf life.
Yeah,
But that stuff is shipped to other countries, and they have to all those 50, 100 things taken out
yeah,
by
yeah.
their law.
yeah,
Things like almost like embalmed food
yeah, yeah.
as a preservative.
It's like years ago, I remember this story where an Edomite lady was dying of cancer. She ended up moving to Mexico, and the cancer went in full remission. She didn't have it no more. She came back here for her daughter's graduation, mind you, this is years ago. And, you know, she didn't have cancer no more. Her daughter was glad to see her. She stayed there for a couple of weeks, and she was thinking about staying in America full time again, and her cancer started coming back.
Yep.
And what did she do? She left.
She left for good.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember a story where there was a little black boy that got diagnosed with AIDS when he was about 5 or 6 years old or something like that. Somehow he got AIDS from born with it with his mother or whatever, right? And the little black boy, they took him into the hospital because he was damn near, he was, like having real bad coughs and stuff. He was dying. And they said that they gave him a video game, and they gave him a video game, and he started playing it. And they came back in. They came back. The doctor came back a couple of days later to talk to the little boy, and they ran a test on the little boy. And for some strange reason, all his AIDS was gone. And they were talking about it, and the little boy overheard the doctors talking about it, and he told the doctors that they said he told the doctors that he was shooting the AIDS, the AIDS, whatever. That he was shooting, like if AIDS was a cell. He said he was playing a video game, and it was like in his mind he was shooting the cells, the AIDS cells, and he was killing all the AIDS cells on the video game. And for some reason, all the AIDS cells in his body disappeared. And
So he imagined killing the disease that was killing him.
right, like he was playing a video game, but yeah, but he said he was doing that. He was killing all the bad cells or the bad AIDS cells that was in his body through a video game, and the doctors came back and said he was normal. It only happened to an Israelite kid, man. I ain't never heard that happening to nobody else.
Like that mind-body connection.
Yep.
Mind over matter.
Type shit.
That's why people who find themselves sick all the time and always have this negative attitude, taking prescriptions all the time, they don't find themselves getting better.
They believe they can't get better.
Sickness shouldn't be a constant thing that one constantly goes through.
It's a response. It's a response to what you treat yourself.
Treat yourself right. You'll never get sick at all. And you won't even remember being sick.
Unfortunately, we're gonna get that way sometime, but your chances of getting sick, you shouldn't be sick multiple times a year. Right, shit.
Or every day.
Right.
No, some people get sick like 5, 6, 7 times a year or more.
This sickness that's happening right now, I ain't been sick for 2, 3 years.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm like, this shit just came out of nowhere. That's why we know that something is in the air, something is breathable. Right in the air.
Don't germs like travel.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But these people,
but they don't just enter the body like that.
no, you can go to the nose, the mouth.
Function of your tonsils to filter certain things, from the air that you take in. And that's the first line of defense for the bacteria and stuff that you inhale. Your first line of defense before.
So it's got to be something powerful in the air that these devils are spraying over here.
Something that's
another reason why these Edomites is the devil, because y'all been putting it out there like in the media, like, oh, hey mom, my tonsils hurt. Oh, well, I think we should go have your tonsils removed. And then that child ends up being fucked up for the rest of their life.
Yep.
That or their appendix.
They said they'll grow back.
They quickly. Sometimes they'll take certain people like in the 80s, the 90s. That was big. I remember they had
tonsil removal.
and appendix removed.
And
Because they don't know how to take the information down in the appendix. You know, because your appendix is removes. It's part of your lymphatic system, and it's removing toxin. And so, if it's over the flame, you just have to detox it to unblock it. The lymphatic system, the glands, all different.
That's why you gotta take them herbs and and eat green.
Right. Or just stop eating. At the first 3 days before you eat, and just stop eating. It's like when you're sick, what's the first thing you go? Your appetite.
Yeah.
Don't feel like eating shit because your body like, man, I need to use all this power.
Yeah, now your body like I want to just rest.
Right.
That's all. It's just being rest mode. Even when you up and awake or whatever, you ain't gonna be up and awake for that long because your body's just gonna be in a rest mode where all you want to do is rest.
Right. That's because your body is, it's able to rest or it's able to rebuild.
Before you know it, you may get lucky and eat once that day.
Right. Depending on
depends. Right. I was saying it depends for real because you might not end up eating anything.
Right. You gotta go get a jump shot, to help your immune system. Your immune system with the right intake of herbs that were naturally created by the Most High. You can heal your body. That's another jab at you people who took the jab.
If you took the jab,
No, you just done.
We already told you.
Well,
everybody that was against it told you.
Right. But I'll put it this
way. Trying to force to take it.
I put it to you this way. Ain't no since when did the government ever give a fuck about the American people to the point they're gonna give everybody a cure for free? If they're gonna give you a cure for free, why the fuck you can't go and go into the hospital for small things and get cured for free? Ain't no cure for free. But yet they giving this so-called free cure out.
But they ain't even got no cure. All they got is a treatment for your ass.
Right. It's some that
you can't get rid of diabetes, but we can treat you for the rest of your life.
No, we're gonna give you
we'll try to irradiate you and burn the cancer cells.
No, they what they doing is giving you
it destroys every cell.
They're giving you part what is it called? Partially disorder or some shit. It makes the side of your face, the whole one side of your body droop. It basically Parkinson's. No, not Parkinson's. Cerebral palsy. Yeah, it makes one half of your body. I've seen somebody.
There was people that got the jump shot. Yeah, actually,
they started to droop and whatever because it happened to my because it happened to one of my it happened to our brother-in-law. Yeah. Our brother-in-law happened to. Yep. He got that cerebral palsy or whatever, and he didn't know what it was. I mean, half his face was drooping and all that stuff. That's because half his body was dead, but it wasn't dead. That's what that cerebral palsy. It makes you like you can't function, you can't use it. Your eye droop, your mouth droop.
Remember when people were passed out? They were falling on TV, and then sports players were dying on the fields. And they'll say this sudden death syndrome.
And Bronny James. Bron James.
What happened?
He got that jab, and that's when he ended up falling out.
Suddenly died.
He almost died. He got that heart attack. Type this story gang. He played for USC.
At first, they was using those clips to make it seem like Prom Royale was just taking people out just like that.
They were using them. Then they really tried it. What they tried to do, and I'm talking about they really tried it because anybody that didn't take that jab, no, they tried to blame it all on anybody that didn't have the jab.
Yeah, I remember that.
Everybody that got sick, it was even though the people that didn't get the jab wasn't sick at all, but yeah, it was the people that wasn't sick that was making the people sick. People that wasn't sick at all making people sick.
That in Pfizer, but see, Pfizer's people don't ask for the studies.
They say they won't tell you what's in it until 75 years after you're dead already.
But the thing is, they already have it out there on the website.
Yeah, they got it out there now.
It's in German.
The people arguing about it, so they actually got them to push it out and say what's in it.
Well, someone translated the study.
And they already had
it showed that you
thing written up to where you can't charge the people for injecting with it if you get harmed.
You can't sue the government.
They're not held responsible for the vaccine company.
Right. You can't sue the government for it because it's the government. You can't sue them. I put it this way, you know why? The real reason why you can't sue them is because you volunteered to get it. That's the reason why, even in the 60s when they did that study, and people started, remember I don't know if y'all remember, but in the 70s, a girl in the 70s decided to take that jab, and she couldn't walk forward no more. Now, most people would be confused when I say she couldn't walk forward. No, she got the jab, and she can only walk backwards.
For the,
Dallas, no, the Dallas.
Remember the other case?
H1N1.
You showed me another case.
Yeah.
They had a whole town saying that they need to take these shots because something bad was coming, and they convinced all these other people in the whole town to get it. They found out they didn't need it. And they got sick. And they would complain about it. They said they couldn't help them. They couldn't do anything about it. Signs said
you know what happened though? That the story they don't tell people. I heard this only once. I don't remember what video it was from, but I only heard it once, and I never could find that video again. But they said they made people in the army get that shot, and the reason why the people in the army were no longer required to get that shot was because motherfuckers start falling out and dying. People in the army that got that shot were coming up dead within the next day or two.
And information coming out like this, you can research, you can Google the videos, you can Google all the facts. And there's a reason why Sleazy is gonna shut down the internet. But this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. That's why brothers was trying to tell people, getting that vaccine, was some bullshit.
Right. And they didn't apologize for all the stuff that they said about the people that didn't take it.
Instead, they tried to hide it. They tried to black it out of the media. They tried to just say, Crown Royale was making people drop dead.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they're still doing it because the reason why we talking in code right now to this day is because they got a media blackout on certain things that we say,
and then they're gonna put medical misinformation.
Right.
But they said the people that didn't take it were right, and that it's their fault. They didn't do more to warn people. They're still blaming the people that didn't take it and saying all of the blame was on them. When they knew what was in it, and they forced everybody to take it and said they would lose their job, they wouldn't be able to pay, they would be attacked everywhere. Just like people, they said when you was wearing like a Trump hat, you'd be attacked or something just for no reason at all. You'd be attacked for not taking it.
Then you get 2 or 3 shots.
People pray that you died and say, I hope you die. All of this.
They saying all of that, and then they the ones that's done. What do? They call us pure bloods, and they call everybody that got the no jumper shot. They tell them that they are homo origins, which means that you are completely
your DNA is altered because of whatever they put in.
Completely altered. You are
messing with your God gene or something that you got.
Well, you gotta think that vaccine is patented, and if you have that vaccine in your body, you are part of that patent too. And there's nothing.
You saying they own you?
Yeah. I mean, they've been in on you because you got a birth certificate. But this isn't even like they literally changing you in your molecular structure to fit a narrative that is best to them that you fit. And that right there, if that ain't playing the Most High, you can say you are all day and threat act and like them and do all kinds, but that right there, that shit is taking a scripture say that Esau further the affliction. You push y'all push the boundaries of everything you do in a wicked ass way. Like, man, you did not have to do that. Like that Edomite woman that's sleeping with 1,000 dudes, or is it like 2?
Right, within a day or within a few hours,
Adam like,
22 homegirl.
Right. And that's like, see, y'all Edomites always push the border. And then unfortunately it's gonna be, a possibility of a so-called black woman like Sexy Red or some one type influence hoes they gonna fuck around and do it too. You know what I'm saying?
They've already been doing it. They're just not doing it. Like,
Well, no, I mean trying to make it like a trend though.
Trend? I don't know if that's gonna catch on. I think only white women are doing
It's gonna catch on in a way they don't want to, because we are right here in them last days. And let me tell you something. The reason that's gonna become a trend is because it's gonna be in a way that doesn't benefit you. It's not gonna be no funny game. It's gonna be because the Most High is punishing your ass, and so He gonna send random dudes to see what your insides feel like if you're on that wicked ass shit. What my man, what that pastor say? Make your pussy feel shit. You know what I'm saying? Why I say that? Because to be honest with you, right now, give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and that's the majority of these women now. Because these men, they what they would be called beta or bitch made. A lot of them, and they follow them, right? Because that's what they've been around the majority of their lives.
They got a new law that came out that they're working on. It's only introduced to 4 states so far, but it's going to be a bill that's going to allow murder charges for women who get abortions.
Yeah, that's actually good. I mean, I look at some of the things that Evil E is doing, aka Trump. I look at some of the things he's doing. Yes, that is it's some good things. But guess what? You also got to understand that Evil E is the one that put all this shit out there. And I'm talking about the other presidents before Trump. You know, Evil E is all you Edomites and shit. So y'all put out these fucked up laws and shit like that. And now Trump coming in to correct some of them and shit. And y'all looking at him like, what did you say? Like he walking on piss. Like, damn. Right. Like, come on, man. All right. You put these laws up in the first place. What did Isaiah what was it? 10:1? Yeah.
Righteous.
Yeah.
Unrighteous decrees.
Right, which he's prescribed. You put it in the laws, and now you getting rid of it. Now it's all a good thing now.
Create, give a solution, and then and come and save it.
Solution.
Yeah,
right.
The chaos, order out of chaos. You're creating a very chaos that you're trying to bring order to. It's like, no, man. We see it, but the average people can't see it.
Yeah. Most I wanted you like that. Because you know what I'm saying? The elect attain what the rest will find.
So,
and he revealeth his secret unto his
servants, the prophets.
Right. That's why most of you Jakes ain't gonna get it, man. Until it's way too late.
Then Jake, let me tell you,
that power they should be working.
Yeah.
Jake can't stand. I seen watching this young black guy earlier, smart young black guy, but he was asked one question. Well, he was asked several questions, and he answered them all. And he was killing this woman from the UK. But that woman asked him one question that was actually simple for the men of the Lord to answer, but for a regular person, oh no, he went right on the defense and started talking about, how are y'all talking about y'all want to sit down at the table and have these conversations with us? Y'all ain't got nothing to do with this and all this stuff. And I know why he did that, because he couldn't answer the question. The lady asked him, why do y'all call yourselves African Americans? Why do y'all call yourself? How can you be African and American? He couldn't answer that. No. He said first thing first. He said, "No, I'm Black American." Well, how are you Black and in America? How are you a Black American? Like, man, he was like, he couldn't answer it, so he was just like, well, how is you think you able to qualify to even have this discussion with us and blah 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 this and that? And I'm like, dude, you are Israelite. That's what you should have said. That's what you could have said.
They don't know those things. They put that title behind them as a curse.
They want to be American, but they don't want to be Israel.
We Israelites. We take that up proudly and gladly because the Heavenly Father called us that.
Right.
So we take pride in the Heavenly Father calling us Israelites and revealing it onto us
especially in this day and time when we grew up thinking that we wasn't shit.
Right, you gotta and really think about, comprehend the meaning of being an Israelite, or in the Hebrew, Yashar Allah, meaning he is the prince of the power. You know, that means you are a prince of the Heavenly Father, you know, created in His image. These other nations ain't got that.
Right. That's really the greatest privilege on earth. Right. Also, first to us as part of the earth. It's a privilege to be able to, you know what I mean, how much salt was a form of currency. So, you know, they would pay in salt sometimes.
You know they ain't shit. You know they ain't shit.
But salt back then, I mean, I can't say it's bad because if you eat a piece of bland ass food, you would appreciate.
Think about it, like it's a resource they have that they're trading to another nation that doesn't have that resource.
Right.
That make whatever. Selling rice, selling seasonings, selling chocolate.
Yeah. One thing y'all all missing is the nutrient factor.
Yeah,
you don't have. You know how they say this is not iodine. Right. Iodine is produced by the body because you have the right vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. That's why you're supposed to utilize sea salt, right? Because we come from sea, you know, saying like gray sea salt, you know, it's 94 to 100, for the 104 different vitamins and nutrients and minerals that your body needs to function, right, are found in it. And so it's like not only that, it's a preserver. You didn't have refrigerators, so you have to take that meat and preserve it in salt. That extended the life of the meat that you have to kill. You know what I'm saying? So you got all this meat, you can hunt whenever. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't preserve your kill, you don't eat that shit that night. Right. Henceforth, the 3-day rule. You know what I'm saying? When you that came from Israel. You know, well, you know, after that meal, you cook it last 3 days. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that meat is I mean, that salt is.
No, you appreciate salt. Go to jail and go to jail in Michigan. You got to pay. When you go to jail in Michigan, you have to pay for salt and pepper. You pay, it's $10 for the small pack of salt, and not $10, 10 cents for the small pack of salt, 10 cents for the small pack of pepper, 10 cents. And you know, once you open them things, they come out and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, and yeah, you got to pay for salt and pepper. And like the brother said, when you eat bland food that with no seasoning on it, you will appreciate what the Lord gave us, man.
Right. Just hey, you don't believe me? Just eat some grits. No butter, no salt, no nothing. No sugar, nothing. Just eat that.
Boil some
go
boil some chicken.
Yeah.
Boil, just take a chicken, boil it till it's like, you know, it's nice and fluffy
till it's all cooked.
And just try to eat that.
Just eat it. Eat that shit, you'll be like, God damn, I wish I had a speck of salt, man.
Esau, you know, being the devil that he is, you know, pay you just, if that's the only resource that they was paying, bare minimum.
It's just a bargain.
But salt is actually very necessary.
Yeah, if you can have gold, but if you ain't got salt,
you can farm your own resources.
For salt, though, you gotta be near like seas or
export it too. So a lot of the people that are paying a lot of times, we're talking to some soldiers at the salt. You know what I'm saying?
Or like some soldiers may not have certain animals to make certain food.
Yeah.
Like they may not have horses that can travel, or they may not have.
Well, no, the Roman Empire had those things, but it was more so to the effect of using it as a form of payment because it was valuable as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, its value is, you can put salt on the wound. You can do so much with salt.
And then you gotta kind of think everything was more of a barter and trade system rather than a merchant system like it is today.
Right. Like you want some salt, you can go trade a basket of apples for some salt. You know, you can go trade a bag of apples for salt.
Right.
You gonna trade it, you know.
Because
a
they
lot of
was
trade.
hey, they traded labor for salt.
Right.
I work for you.
Yeah.
To do this much, you give me
This
much
much
salt.
And
Yep.
they can
And
that's a
that's
portion of that salt that they keep for themselves, so the rest of it
Yeah,
and get exchanged for something else.
that's how soldiers, maintain a lot of those great finances because he might not have a farm. This nigga going to war, he coming back. Yeah, he got gold and shit. Well, damn, don't nobody around me have salt, so I can't buy it. Right. I got salt. I didn't got a lot of salt. So
And the gold actually may be a price that you can't really exchange with anything because it's so high.
Right. Especially at least anything that you don't really have the like.
They can't exchange it for.
It's
It's something you need, like
Was it
water.
gold is for kings and silver is for commoners or something like that?
Nope. Nope. It's Xboxes is for Xboxes is for the is for what you call it, Section 8 players, and PlayStation is for the elite payers.
Right.
PlayStation, people that live in the trailer park.
The thing about like the change, they running experiments as far as like, they put like penny, which is like a copper, and like lemon, and like somehow did something to where it emitted electricity from a lemon and a piece of copper with the penny.
Because of the metal.
Yeah.
You see all them.
Copper is like a conductor. Yeah.
You see them black, or you see all these people going at that little black dude for saying that he created what was it? He created gas out of plastic. Yeah, they and a lot of Edomites is pissed at him right now. They going at him hard.
Edomites don't create anything.
Right, they don't create nothing.
Yeah.
There was mad at Jake thought of it.
But Jake think everything.
It turns into gas that makes something run.
And
that gets rid of the plastic problem, right?
Subscribe to his channel, by the way. He even had Edomites talking about coming to meet him. He had to decline giving his
Yeah. Don't let them come, because they're gonna come try to steal all your patent and bring it home. They're gonna bring it home and do it here and patent it and everything.
That's why you gotta patent it first, or just keep the idea to yourself.
Because I ain't gonna lie.
That's an idea for a renewable energy source, and instead of just being on board with it and just humbling
it for everybody,
and just being appreciative, y'all try to shut them down.
Of course,
because
that's what Esau has.
Also,
that's what they have done, ain't it?
If someone else figures out how to do it, they patent it, they can sue him.
I put this way:
they made it first.
They did.
Y'all can get rid of all these plastics in the ocean. That's
well, they don't want you to do that. They want you to spend money to get rid of the plastic.
Right.
Instead of using it to recycle. That's actual recycling because it's helping get rid of itself.
Yeah.
It is doing something else.
Right. But Esau has never been like that. So
no, because if he was like that, electric cars would have been in existence. And not gas cars.
We would have flying cars by now.
Right. No, I'm saying electric cars would have been here a long time ago.
Oil and resources.
Right.
That's really what they don't want, because it cuts into their profits.
Most of the things that was created by Jake's or the other nations, man.
Yeah.
Esau patented a lot of shit. They didn't create anything.
There was this doctor, right? He had his own business. And he had every time somebody would call his business, his opponent, whose wife worked at this telephone company, like wherever it was old, like where they dial in, they say, all right, I'm gonna plug you into this person, you can talk to this person, right? She would, the operators, she would put them into connection with her husband's business, which is his opponent business. He found out about this and got so pissed about it, he invented the telephone. For the old telephone, like the dial telephone, to make her job obsolete. So people can call who they're calling
without having to go through a third party.
That's why the switchboard operators basically became obsolete.
So whenever we try to do something to make their jobs obsolete, they want to stop it right there.
But that's Esau in general. Esau don't want Jake to make all their jobs obsolete, because that's what Jake kept doing.
We can make better jobs.
Yes. Yeah. And then Paul Moon said,
You know, they gonna wait.
Yep.
This is second. The first ever was 60-30, and also corn, salt, wine, and oil, and that every year without further question, according to the priest, there being a Jerusalem, thou signified to be daily spent. Like those things. I'm looking for the other scripture that talks about the necessities in life or something like that. Ecclesiastes, like oil, wine, blood of grapes, that stuff. You know, these simple things are necessary, but you know,
Yeah, because currency is not really the necessity. The things that you want from that currency is the necessity. Right. For instance, we in an apartment. It's not the currency that I want. It's the apartment that I want. So
Shelter.
yeah, shelter. Yeah, shelter, the heat, the water. I don't need the currency. I'm only getting the currency so I can trade for the apartment. Right. You know? Right. It's a trade thing. Right.
Trade off.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically
Which is another way they keep you, enslaved in this country. Just so you can keep a roof over your head.
Yep.
But if you really could harvest your own resources and go off the grid, then they'll probably try to. Yeah, they actually will step against you.
Well,
Let me just say this because I lived in a tent city when I was homeless, and yes, they sent police after that tent city and said we can't, squat on that area and just be out here. So they don't really want people surviving on their own.
Yeah, they do not. Well, I put it this way, it's a law. It's a law that you can go to jail if they catch you with your own garden in the back of your house. You cannot grow a garden in the city.
HOA laws?
Yep, they say you can't grow a garden in the city.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. Oh, I mean, if they was really want to help you, why'd they destroy the machine that was making fresh water for the people in Lansing?
Yeah, Moses West. They backwards engineered his machine in Flint, whose water is still fucked up to this day. They backwards engineered and destroyed his machine.
Right. Why would they do that? But they want to give you a free vaccine though to help you, but they can't. They don't even want to help you with water. Right. Don't make no sense. Yeah, that dude made a whole clean water machine. Right. And
Clean water from the
and put it out in the neighborhood. Right. Just in the middle of a neighborhood where anybody can come get water. And he's like, the sabotage can't be from anybody regular. Right. Because, the measures that were put in place, nobody average could just fuck with the machine. The people that was sabotaging the machine had to be engineered, knowing what they was doing to fuck up the machine because he would come and repair it every week. And it was like, yeah, the people that's sabotaging this, they're not regular. He restructured it. Remember, he rebuilt it. Yeah. Where he built it higher so they wouldn't be able to reach it, because they kept fucking with it, they kept coming with it and messing it up. That was evil E that was doing.
I think he should kind of make it charge like for the city, so the city pay him to keep it there, and then he can hire people to protect his stuff there.
No, the thing is that he wasn't even asking for no money.
I know.
He just wanted to help. That's it.
That's what Jake did. I'm saying that he should, not the people, but the city should ask the city to charge for that being that it's a free thing for the city, and then he can use some of that money to apply, like guards or something, security.
I'll put you this
stop
way.
People from doing it.
He created something that nobody else done.
Yeah, but
nobody else done. We're not because no.
Jake, another Israel.
Well,
all they're gonna do is come up with a law around
I mean, it's just like that TikTok thing. I heard TikTok is up for sale. Y'all want to buy it? Y'all want to get together and buy it? They said TikTok for sale right now.
If I bought it though, I'd be a lot of people would be removed.
All of the MAGAs would be removed because I ain't gonna lie. I've seen some videos where some MAGAs, they are super racist, man. on that TikTok anyway.
I don't know if I remove them because I want people to see who those people are.
No, but yeah, that's true because that's the thing. That's how exposure.
Yeah, they expose yourself. People keep forgetting they expose themselves when they do that, when they upload it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you show it to somebody at their job. Like, oh wait, I work with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know that lady. That's my kid's teacher.
Mm-hmm. Or my next door neighbor.
That's my friend that said what up though that one time.
Yeah. Yo, still closed there. I got something else.
All right, I'll just bring this up. This is Jeremiah 17, verse 7. It says, "Blessed is the man who trusteth in the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and whose hope is the Lord, Yahweh Shai."
Right, bless the man who, the ones who believe.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
And you got fucking worry about it.
Right.
Drought. You trying to measure off water and shit. Like, nigga, we make this shit.
Right.
We got it. It's like calling up. Right. It's like calling up Squirtle and shit, a Blastoise.
Right.
But fuck that water come from? They make it. I know it sounds fucked up, but the elements have that H2O that has the water.
How that works.
Exactly. It's got a black hole in the middle of their ass.
They generate water from their body.
Yeah. With that, we're going to close. We're going to go into
The hour by 7 outside by 7 for us.
Alliance to the Apostle Radio Stone. Take for y'all to go. You'll hear about phones.
A Bible ball. A Bible ball. A Bible ball. Shalom, Maku. Hold on.
You know what else?
Hold on. Come stop. Come. Brother.
Yo, we still
going. Yeah, we still going. Yeah, you don't say don't stop.
It's still on screen.
Y'all gonna know how to do it. He just set it up there.
Take it out, turn it.
Oh, okay. I see. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta get up.
I remember that you do that to the motherfucker and they put that on his down.
Okay, we're gonna end it now.
See, it's still on. Right.
No, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in it.